OdeeLoccSportsInfo here, back with a I'm sorry. OdeeLoccSportsInfo here, back with another stream for you guys. Yeah, y'all, hit that like, subscribe, bell icon so y'all can be notified when I drop this reel, because y'all know OdeeLoc keeps it real. Yeah, y'all, so the big news that's going around the boxing community is Tim Smith, right? He let the cat out of the bag. And he says, Tim Smith, fans will steal Crawford versus Spence on pay-per-view. Fans will steal Crawford versus Spence on pay-per-view. This is what he said, right? And I'm reading this article from Boxing News 24. I didn't go, to the video or none of that. I'm just reading what he said from Boxing News 24. And he said, economics, and you don't really want to insult a guy like Terrence Crawford, who is a tremendous talent, and I'm not taking away anything from his talent, said Tim Smith, when asked why Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Crawford hasn't been made. Economics. But he hasn't been built into a pay-per-view star, Smith continued about Crawford failing to capitalize on his success inside the ring by turning into a big money attraction. I'm not saying that to throw shade at the guy, but you've got to go on his track record, said Smith, about Crawford not being a pay-per-view draw. You've got to go and look at what he's done in the pay-per-view fights he's been involved in, right? I'm just going to leave it there, right? Because I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this, on other channels and all that, right? But I just want to, this is what I want to really do. I want to give the boxing fans a round of applause. I have to give us a round of applause, right? I have to give us a round of applause, a pat on the back. And why do you say that, OdeeLoc? I say that because it's obvious that Tim Smith and the PBC, they are feeling the pressure, right? They are feeling the pressure of the boxing fans. This is why he even coming out, like saying that too. He's saying that, right, because they don't want to fight Crawford, right? And at the same time, the boxing fans are putting pressure on them. Yeah, we putting pressure on them. Yeah, we putting our foot on their neck. And you know what the straw that broke the camel's back was this Udanis Ugas versus Errol Spence Jr. fight, right? It have a lot of channels talking about boycott this fight, boycott this fight, boycott this fight. Stream it, stream it, stream it. This is not the fight we want to see. Stream it, right? And now, all of a sudden, just think about the timing. It's the timing, y'all. Timing is everything. Timing is everything. So I believe the reason that Tim Smith is even coming out saying this type of stuff, right, that the fans are going to steal the fight, and all that, is because of the pressure that we putting on the Udanis Ugas versus Errol Spence Jr. fight. Right? Because nobody wants to see that fight. Udanis Ugas, he came out of nowhere. We've been waiting on the Terrence Bud Crawford, Errol Spence Jr. fight for 4 years. Give us the fight. They're going to get paid. Right? Tim Smith, like we don't have the money. What? Stop. Please stop, Tim Smith. To whoever just stepped in the chat, I want to give, I want to say this again. We have to give ourselves a round of applause as boxing fans. We have to pat ourselves on the back, right? Because we are applying pressure. We are applying pressure, right? Because it's obvious. Timing is everything. Al Heyman had to send out Tim Smith, right? They communications guy. That's what I think he is. Like, I think he the VP of communications, so he can talk, to the public, so he can put out a PR statement, right? Timing is everything. They feeling the pressure of this Udanis Ugas versus Earl Spence Jr. fight because they have several channels, right? That's bigger than mine. Several channels with thousands of subscribers saying boycott this fight. Boycott this fight. This is not the fight we want to see. And y'all don't think the PBC and Al Heyman and all these people are looking at these channels? Of course. Of course they are looking at these channels. Of course they are looking at them, right? Of course they go through YouTube like everybody else. Yeah, they go through YouTube like everybody else. They want to hear what these channels saying, and all they hearing is boycott the fight, boycott the fight, boycott the fight. We applying pressure. Keep it up. Keep it up until they give us what the fuck we want. Period. Period. I'm tired of asking for a fucking filet mignon and I sit down and you bring me a fucking hamburger. I'm tired of that shit. Give me my fucking filet mignon. That's what the fuck I ordered. That's what I want. Right? Stop giving me a dry ass burger and trying to make me pay for it. I want what I want, and I'm willing to pay for what I want. Simple as that. And we have to give ourselves a round of applause because we want what the fuck we want, and they are going to give us what the fuck we want, or we are not going to pay for the shit. Period. All they have to do is give us the fights we want to see. Just give us the fights we want to see, and everybody will be happy. I just can't understand this shit. It's not that hard. Just give us the fights we want to see, and everybody will be happy. But until then, PBC, Tim Smith, Al Heyman, until then, we on y'all neck. We own y'all. And there's nothing you can do about it because we have the power. We are the consumer. We have the power. You don't have the power. The boxing fans have the power. See, they starting to realize that. They starting to realize that. So they want to come out and say, oh, right. They want to come out and try to shame us. Right? They want to come out and try to shame us. Shame us. Oh, they going to steal the fight. They're going to steal the Crawford versus Spence fight. They're not going to pay for it. They're going to steal it. Huh? How do you know? Give us the fight. Let's see. Let's see how the fight does. You won't know until you try. Right? But I mean, come on, y'all. Pat on the back. Yes, and I know the Spence Brigade, I know they upset. I know the PBC fanboys, I know they highly upset. These people get highly upset because they are not real boxing fans. And they don't really want to see the best fight the best. They want to push a narrative to, to further their channels, right? To build subscribers, to get super chats and all that. It's nothing wrong with it, but you pushing a fake ass narrative. And it's all starting to get exposed, right? It's all starting to get exposed. Man, because even some of these casual boxing fans, they like, what the hell is going on? They even probably been wanting to fight for over 2 years now. Casual boxing fans, right? Not even the diehards like us. They probably come online and they see all this shit about Spence and Crawford. They probably like, damn, these dudes still ain't fought yet. They've been talking about this shit for 2, 3, 4 years. Get that shit over with. Right? We tired of hearing about that shit. Do some, man, talk about some other boxers. Talk about this, talk about that. But this is the hottest fight. This is the fight we want to see. So we don't have so the PBC, they don't have enough money now, right? They don't want to insult Terrence Bud Crawford. They don't want to insult him, huh? But you can give Canelo 40 million. You can give Caleb Plant 10. Huh? Damn. You can give Canelo 40 and Caleb Plant 10. But you can't accommodate Terrence Bud Crawford. You can't make him a $15 million offer. $15 million offer. You can't make Terrence Bud Crawford a $15 million offer, PBC. Salute to you, Unrivaled Boxing Talk. God bless to you too, brother. Man, so you can't make a $15 million offer to Terrence Bud Crawford. Let's just say you can give Earl 20. Let's just say, okay, Earl, he's the A side. Earl's the A side. He the A side. Okay, you give Earl 20. You give Terrence Bud Crawford 15, right? 15. You give Earl 20. You give Terrence Bud Crawford 15. Right now, since y'all want him to be the A side, since Spence got to be the A side so much, okay, he can get more money. All right. Right? That's $35 million. Right? $35 million. $35 million. So you telling me that Earl Spence Jr. versus Terrence Bud Crawford can't sell 400,000 pay-per-views? Wait, so Terrence Bud Crawford and Earl Spence Jr., the hottest fight, right? Two guys who are in their prime, both are undefeated, right? Both are champions. And on top of that, it will be for undisputed. But you telling me that those guys can't sell 400,000 pay-per-view buys for $100. Let's just say that, right? You telling me that fight won't do 500,000? No, that fight will do probably close to Canelo numbers, 700,000 or better. And that's with illegal streams. Right? And that's with illegal streams. The fight is massive. It's a massive fight. Me, I think that fight is worth from $50 to $75 million. That's just my guesstimation. The fight is hot. People want to see the fight. Give us the fight. Like 2 years ago, it was $1 million. A million pay-per-view buy fight. The fight was real hot back then because Earl Spence Jr., right? He didn't suffer a car accident. Earl Spence Jr., he didn't suffer a retina injury. So the fight was super hot. If they would have did that fight 2 years ago, it would have sold 1 million pay-per-view buys easy. Easy. But now since Earl Spence Jr., he done went through the injuries, it has dropped off a little bit. It has. But it's still a big fight. The fight will do over me. I'm just saying that the fight is going to do over 500,000 pay-per-view buys. This is just what I'm thinking. I mean, come on. It's going to do over 500,000 pay-per-view buys. If Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao did 500,000 pay-per-view buys, Earl Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford should do more. Come on, y'all. It should do more. Let's just combine their little numbers, Okay, for Earl Spence Jr., right, he sells, let's go to his high number, 350,000 pay-per-view buys, right? Terrence Crawford high number is 190,000 pay-per-view buys, right? Add that up. Come on. That's over 500,000 pay-per-view buys. See, but the thing about it, what Tim Smith and what the PBC don't understand is that we have the power. And if you give us the fight, we will show you our power. Because channels that's on YouTube will tell their subscribers to buy the fight. Support the fight. Show them our power. Show them if they give us the fight we want, everybody's going to be happy. See, this is what Tim Smith and Al Heyman don't realize. If you give us the fights we want, everybody is going to be happy because everybody's going to be on the same page on YouTube. It's not going to, come on, like what can we complain about? We all getting the fight we want. What can we complain about? So everybody's going to push, right, to pay for that fight. Pay for the fight. Pay for the fight. Me, I will even make several videos telling people to pay for the fight. And I know that other channels will do it. Pay for the fight. Pay for the fight. Pay for the fight. Right? If that's all the casual boxing fans hear, pay for the fight, pay for the fight, what they're going to do? They're going to pay for the fucking fight. Show these people, we have to show these people, y'all, that we have the power. And if they give us the fight that we want, we're going to pay for the fight. Everybody's going to be happy. Right? See, the thing about it is that they don't trust us. They don't trust us, but we should, come on. We don't trust y'all. Y'all will pull a Chris Arreola versus Andy Ruiz on pay-per-view? Y'all will pull a Tank Davis versus Isaac Cruz on pay-per-view? A Mario Barrios versus Thurman on pay-per-view? A Charles Martin versus Louis King Kong Ortiz on pay-per-view? But y'all don't trust us. But y'all don't trust us. But y'all giving us all this bullshit. We want filet mignon, but you keep on bringing a dry-ass hamburger to our table with some burnt-ass French fries, right? And you want us to pay for this shit and be happy. You gonna pay for it, eat it, and be happy. You better not say shit, right? This is how I be feeling. This is how I be. It's like, what? Like, we are the consumer. We make this shit go round. That's why I'm giving us a round of applause, because timing is everything. And Tim Smith, he came out with this PR statement, right, talking about the fans going to steal the fight. And that's because the word around town is boycott Ugas versus Spence. Why you think they don't got a date yet? Why you think they don't got a venue yet? They scared. Man, they scared. They scared. We got these people walking on pins and needles now, y'all. As it should be. As it should be. We should have them walking on eggshells. We make it go round. And they finally starting to feel the pressure. They feeling the pressure. Keep it up. Keep the foot on their neck. Keep pushing down. Apply pressure until we get what the fuck we want. And then when we get what we want, when we get the fight that we want, everybody come on the same page and push to buy the fight. Buy the fight. Don't stream Earl Spence Jr. versus Terrence Bud Crawford. Don't stream it. Buy the fight. Earl Spence Jr. versus Terrence Bud Crawford. Don't stream it. Buy the fight. Show them our power. If you give us what we want, again, if you give us what the fuck we want, PBC, everybody will be happy, right? We will save your company. You hear that, Al? Al, you hear that? We will save the PBC because we know you're going under. We know you have serious money problems over there, buddy. Serious money problems. Either you got money problems or you don't got money problems and you want the PBC to go under, right? But from how I'm looking at it, every time the PBC is in trouble, Floyd Mayweather has to, go out here and, become a clown. Yeah. Floyd Mayweather, he has to put on his tap dancing shoes and go out there, and tap dance for Uncle Al. Yep, to bail out the PBC. Bailing them out again. Yep. So keep your foot on their neck, people. Tim Smith, he came out with this statement for a reason. Timing is everything. They feeling the pressure of, of us and of me and other channels saying stream the Udenis Ugas versus Spence fight. They feeling the pressure of that. keep the pressure on until they give us what the fuck we want. Period. And once they give us what we want, we all come together and we all buy the fight to show them, if you give us what we want, everybody will be happy. Everybody. I'm gone, y'all.